It's okay. we, we, can, we can cry together. Sit down. How do you do it? How did you pick the innovators, the creators of each one of the technology revolutions in the history of computing? 100% record.
Well, I think I was just lucky. I was born in the right time, and I met with great entrepreneurs like yourself. Right? It's a passion, it's a dream, and it's an instinct that you smell. Who is the real pioneer? Who is the real innovator? And I really think I was lucky. But it's the same vision that we can smell, right? It's like a wolf smell wolf. I think we smell each other.
I have 2 puppies. I don't like that mental image. Now, Masa, as you think back on the history,
yes,
how is this transition, this platform shift, this revolution, how is this one different than the previous ones? How does it feel different to you?
Well, I say this is the most exciting, most dynamic front end of the future. This is 100 times, 1,000 times bigger. This is the biggest wave. I totally feel so.
Yeah, I think mathematically, or from an industrial perspective, the important thing to realize is that although AI is software, it is a very different type of software.
Yeah.
The software industry you and I created and part of is an industry of tools. It's tools used by human.
Yeah.
For the very first time, this new type of software, neural network, large language models, agents, robots, are not tools, but they are skills, they're tasks. They do work.
Yeah.
They can perform work. And the industry, the market, the industry of work is not $1 trillion, is $100 trillion. And that's the reason why we realized that this industry is in fact not a transition of the IT industry, but this is a transition of every industry.
Yes.
Which is the reason why it's such a big deal.
Yeah. Mankind is the only animal that has the super brain compared to any other species. Because of brain's power, mankind is so powerful. If you compare just the muscles, right? Lions and the elephants, they have a bigger muscle. But mankind has the smartest brain. And every activities of GDPs today is based on mankind's some type of brain activity. So I think every industry will be affected by this revolution.
Yeah, and one of the amazing things, of course, is that in the industry that is governed by atoms,
yep,
the size of the industry is limited.
Right.
Because there's only so much atoms you can move around. It's heavy.
That's right.
But the industry of AI is industry of electrons.
Exactly.
It's governed by quantum mechanics.
Right.
It can be infinitely large.
Yeah, and intelligence is so much more valuable compared to just moving things. You think, right? Chain of thought, reasoning. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, Masa, one of the things that we announced today together is building the AI grid of Japan.
Yeah.
And the AI grid will have AI factories for developing the AI models. It'll have AI RAN to distribute the AI models all over Japan. The architecture of the AI factory and the AI RAN that we worked on together is revolutionary.
Yep.
The world has nothing like this. Japan will be the world's first.
Yeah, every other telco have to follow this new wave.
Yep. And so several things that I want to ask you. So one, how would SoftBank use this yourself for SoftBank and your subsidiaries? And how do you imagine this AI grid will revolutionize AI here in Japan?
Yeah, as you just mentioned, our cell towers used to just carry bits for the telecommunication and internet surfing and so on. However, now with this intelligence network that we densely connect each other, become one big neural brain, right, for the infrastructure of intelligence for Japan. That would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, you could use it for your subsidiaries like Line and Yahoo Japan and
PayPay.
That's right.
Yep.
And so
All
you'll
of
create
them.
AIs to make all of your services more enjoyable and more useful to your consumers.
Yes.
But one of the things that I'm very excited about is making this resource available so that researchers and students,
Yep.
Startup companies
Yep.
Can flourish here in Japan.
Yes, definitely. And with your support, we are creating the largest AI data center here in Japan, which I'm talking with Miyakawa that we should provide this platform to many of those researchers, the students, the startups, so that we can encourage with, we are trying to subsidize so that they have a better access, much more compute.
Yeah. Well, building infrastructure is very capital intensive.
Yes.
And you're making a very big bet on Japan.
Yes, definitely.
You know that you and I have spoken about this before. In a lot of ways, Japan technology led during the mechatronics era.
Yes.
During that industrial revolution when mechanical technology, electronics came together. In fact, even consumer electronics, during that age, Japan really led the world.
Right.
And then when the IT industry came and software came, there was a miss. That, I think the last 3 decades, as the software industries flourished in the West and in China, really Japan could have been more aggressive.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
And back in those days, even to some extent today, big enterprise, the medias, the big grown-up guys, they used to say monozukuri, meaning making physical stuff. Physical stuff has the a real value and a real meaning, and software is something virtual that they don't trust the value of software. Mm-hmm. That has been the mentality for many, many years in Japan. That led young startup guys, the young generations, discouraged, especially after the net bubble crash. Everybody criticized. I was criticized a lot. And that really, sort of like a punishment to the young stars, made, the depressed feeling. I think we have to revive this passion with the robotics, bring the AI, as you say, bring AI intelligence into the robotics. The Astro Boys, in Japan we call Tetsuan Atom, my favorite cartoon. You cannot just have the muscle. You have to have an intelligence so that the robot can talk, the robot can have a passion as a friend. I think that kind of front-end challenges is very, very needed here.
Yeah, Yeah, I think the software era is now the good news is that this is the beginning of a new era.
Yeah, reset. Once more reset. Reset button.
That's right. The industry is in reset.
Yes.
And you could see that the entire stack is being reset because the companies of the last generation are not doing so well in this new generation.
That's right.
And so there's an emergence of a whole new stack, a whole new opportunity.
Yep.
Japan must take advantage.
Totally.
Must take advantage of this time. And artificial intelligence is very different than software.
Right.
Artificial intelligence requires that you have data, that you have domain expertise.
Yes.
If you are an artist, you have domain expertise.
Exactly.
If you develop video games, you have domain expertise. If you look for drugs, you discover drugs, you have domain expertise. If you have domain expertise, you can describe your expertise in data. That data could be used to train an AI model.
Yep.
That AI model becomes your artificial intelligence.
That's right. That's right.
And so this is
Yeah.
a brand new reason.
One thing lucky about Japan is that at least Japanese government is not trying to, depress this AI revolution. Some of the other countries, they try to be overprotective of the intelligence, artificial intelligence, so that regulation goes a little crazy. Here in Japan, at least we are lucky that this time, Japanese government seems not, trying to depress. At least no handicap, okay? So I think but they should encourage more. They should encourage more. As you said, this is the reset. This is the catch-up moment for this new revolution. We can't miss this time.
Cannot miss this time. And of course, in order to be part of the AI revolution, you need infrastructure.
Right.
This type of software, because it's machine learning,
You're going to buy a lot of your chip.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And you need infrastructure. You need AI factories.
Yes.
Without the infrastructure, it's not possible to create AI.
Totally.
And that's the reason why SoftBank is building the AI grid in Japan.
Yes.
And you will catalyze, you will activate, you will turbocharge all of the activity that's here already.
We're going to show by our example.
Yeah. And hopefully, today we have 350 startups in Japan.
Yes.
350 startups that we work with out of 22,000 in the world.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That's right.
And so we must encourage the young entrepreneurs, the innovators, to jump, to leap, to engage AI. The infrastructure is coming.
Yeah, so as I said, Miyakawa and I are discussing. We're going to create the largest AI data center here in Japan. So we are going to provide a lot of encouraging program, subsidize the compute power for that, so that they can use almost free, okay? Almost free to try out their new models, try out their whatever the applications of AI. You should also help some donation, right?
Okay.
Hey, Jensen. For some startup and researchers.
This is the last time I'm inviting Masa to. Every time I see Masa, it costs me money.
Yeah. Well, that's good for everybody.
Yes. Very happy about that. Yeah. Masa, what are you most excited about for the future of AI in Japan? What do you hope? What is your dream?
Well, look, as you say, I am passionate about AI robotics. I think the AI medical solutions. I think medical AGI is definitely coming. I think a lot of new agents, So we have Line, we have Yahoo and other services, PayPay. We can make many specific AI agents for helping Japanese lifestyle. That cannot just come from US. We know about Japanese behaviors, the cultures, local intelligence and APIs to many sites in Japan. So that I think agents, you mentioned about enterprise AI agents. Definitely I support that. I'm excited about that. But also, I think personal agents will really come to every one of us. Bill Gates said the PC on every desktop. Steve says, smartphone on every your hand. I think now we should say AI agents to everybody. So each of us should have our own personal agents.
That's right.
That will help make our plans for trip, vacations, right? Educations.
And it follows you your whole life.
Yeah.
Could you imagine an AI agent that knows you your whole life?
Exactly. Our grandkids, they grow up with an iPhone from age 1, right? They talk, and every time they see some picture, they do this, even with a still picture, right? Because they are born that with 2 fingers, they think every picture can be blown up.
In the future, they'll see a picture, they'll talk to it.
Right, they talk.
Yeah, they'll hope it talks back. You can ask a
they
question.
will have agent, their personal agent since the age of 1, and their personal agent, like your second body, see you, grow together with you, knows everything. You're sick, your health.
Your tutor,
Yeah.
since you were a child.
Exactly.
Yeah, remembered everything that you read, remember everything that it taught you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Your personal Aristotle.
Totally. Digital twin,
Yes.
I think that is really coming, and having, Japanese domestic knowledge, culture, and so on, homegrown agents will have a huge, amazing future.
Yeah. One of the things, Masa, that countries are awakening to is that the data of their country, their citizens' data, encodes the country's knowledge, its culture, its intelligence. And that data belongs to the country. Like it's
Exactly.
national resource.
National security.
That's
National
right.
security. So
And that country, every country, should process that data, process and turn it into its AI for its own people.
Totally.
Makes no sense to outsource that to somebody else.
No. This is very, very important. It's a sovereign data center
Yeah.
that each sovereign, each country, each government have to have migrate their national security data into their own data center, AI data center. That becomes the something that you have to have in your own country. Each country have to have national security, data security. I think that will become regulated to each protection of each countries.
Yeah. Every country will produce its own intelligence. Of course, every company will produce their own intelligence, their
Totally.
own AI.
Yeah.
How is it possible that a company does not create its own AI?
Yeah.
A company
it's
is
like
intelligence.
giving your brain away to somebody else.
That's right. And so I think the world is awakening to this idea. And the most important part is the first part, is that a national grid, an AI grid has to exist.
Right.
You cannot have an automotive industry if there are no roads.
Totally, totally.
You know, and so now you have built the AI roads for Japan. On top of it, all kinds of new services, new companies can flourish.
Totally.
So I'm really, really excited about that. Well, Masa-san, could you imagine if today you were the largest shareholder?
Oh my God. Yeah, we tried.
We tried. We tried two times. Was it 3 times? I thought it was 2 times.
No. The first time, we became your shareholder by ourselves, buying from the market. We talk about we even talk about
Some things we shouldn't share.
Right? That you and I had a private talk
I don't
10 years ago.
Don't say it.
10 years ago in my garden.
No, I know. I regret.
In my garden,
I regret.
at my home.
There's nothing. Okay, let me tell you what Masa said. Are you guys ready? So Masa said, Jensen, the market does not understand the value of Nvidia. Your future is incredible.
Yes.
But the market doesn't understand it.
That was 10 years ago.
And your journey of suffering will continue for some time because you are inventing this future. So, let me give you the money to buy Nvidia. He wanted to lend me money to buy Nvidia, all of it. Now I regret not taking it. That was a great idea. Okay,
that was the greatest idea, right?
Now we're both sad.
That was one month after I acquired ARM.
Yes. And then we talked about combining the 2 companies.
Yes.
That was another.
Yeah, that was a
a good dream too.
That was the third one. That was the third attempt.
Yeah.
Right? The first, we talked about this privatizing. Then second was I just bought from the market. And then the third time was merger. 3 attempts. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, now we're going to create incredible value together.
Yes.
So Nvidia and SoftBank are going to partner together.
Yeah, market is so huge.
Oh, it's incredible.
So huge.
Yeah.
So huge. So huge.
And so I am so happy. I'm so happy that we're doing something of this great significance here in Japan. I am very hopeful.
No, this is just the beginning. We're going to do many things together.
Thank you.
And the industry is so big. And, ARM has lots of mobile and IoTs, autos, and you have a great data centers and games and so forth. Many things that we can collaborate.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Masa-san, ladies and gentlemen, Son-san.
Yeah.
Unquestionably one of the great entrepreneurs the world ever seen.
No.
Thank you
You
so
are the
much.
greatest.
Thank you.